Behind the public speeches and strict religious image lies a life almost no one has seen. Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, controls immense wealth, secret residences, private armies, and a shadow network that stretches across the Middle East. Today, we uncover the hidden reality behind one of the world's most mysterious leaders. Join us, and let's begin. Number 11. A financial empire worth $200 billion. Behind closed doors in Tehran, a religious figure controls an economic machine that would make most billionaires jealous. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei oversees a financial empire valued between $95 and $200 billion through an organization called Satad. This organization started in 1989 with a simple mission after the revolution, but today it operates like a giant corporation touching every corner of Iranian life. The full name is Execution of Imam Khomeiни's Order, but everyone just calls it Satad. Its interests reach into almost every sector, including oil, telecommunications, finance, and even ostrich farming. In 2013, Reuters conducted a 6-month investigation estimating the assets at approximately $95 billion. But American sources later bumped that number way higher to around $200 billion. The wealth came from seizing properties after the revolution, taking homes and businesses from religious minorities and people connected to the old government. Satad amassed its vast portfolio by systematically seizing thousands of properties, often claiming they were abandoned. Even though it claims to be non-profit, the whole operation answers directly to Khamenei's office, giving him financial power without anyone really watching over his shoulder. During the COVID pandemic, Satad produced Iran's domestic vaccine called Coviran Barakat, and cameras caught Khamenei taking his shot on live television in a moment that mixed health messaging with propaganda and showcased his financial reach all at once. Number 10. Secret files revealing total economic domination. Secret documents obtained by the People's Mojahedin Organization of Iran show confidential memos from the Resistance Economy Headquarters dealing with activities designed to give the military greater control over economic matters. One October 2020 letter sent to Khamenei recommended combating Western sanctions by building more oil refineries and petrochemical plants, referring to investors, including affiliated companies of the armed forces, plus Khamenei's personal fund estimated at $100 billion. Another memo dealt with projects in Uzbekistan listing companies linked to armed forces, noting the Resistance Economy Headquarters could negotiate on behalf of economic institutions of the armed forces for tractor manufacturing, thermal power plants, and magnesium mining. Documents contained instructions for military chiefs to put forward economic cooperation projects with China for President Raisi to propose during his visit. Independent experts examining the documents told media they appeared typical of Iranian bureaucracy, confirming the growing dominance of the IRGC in Iran's economy, through burgeoning front companies and their role in extending commercial relations. The papers reveal systematic infiltration of every economic sector, with military commanders making decisions normally reserved for civilian economic ministers and business leaders. Trade agreements with foreign nations get negotiated by military officials rather than diplomats or business representatives, blurring lines between national defense and commercial enterprise. The documents prove what critics have long suspected but couldn't verify without hard evidence, showing the complete merger of military and economic power under one command structure, answering only to Khamenei. I'm going to ask you a simple question. Are you a naturally curious person? If you're watching, I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. This space is made for people like us. To ensure you're always part of this community and receive all our latest discoveries, you just need to do one thing: subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to stay connected with us. Okay, now that you're part of our Legion of the Curious, let's move on to the next item. Number 9. The yacht that terrifies billionaires. Khamenei also owns a luxury yacht called the Zara ship, valued at $600 million. It's not registered under his name, but financial and intelligence circles know exactly who controls it. The yacht stretches 145 meters long, with a titanium hull coated using military stealth technology, designed by the same Lursen company that built the Azam yacht for the UAE. The rear section features an aircraft landing pad, while the deck uses teak wood, resistant to saltwater corrosion. Inside, the luxury hits extreme levels, with a gold-plated hull rising 7 meters beneath a chandelier weighing 1 ton, and walls carved from white agate inscribed with religious verses. The master bedroom is fortified with a bed using an intelligent firmness system and bulletproof doors. The command wing functions as a full military operations center, equipped with secret communication systems, live regional mapping, and a completely secure meeting room. There's also an upscale health spa and a 4D cinema with luxury seats that vibrate with the ocean waves, as if displaying dominance on the open sea. This floating palace serves multiple purposes beyond luxury, potentially hosting secret meetings with armed factions and even Western adversaries in waters where only power's eyes can see. The yacht symbolizes how wealth and political control merge into a single expression of authority that operates beyond normal oversight or accountability. Number 8. The Golden Fortress in central Tehran. Right in the heart of Tehran sits a palace that most people never see. The compound is known as Beit Rahabari and employs over 500 stewards. This place, called the Leadership House, is worth more than $1.2 billion and sprawls across 1,100 square meters, functioning like a miniature fortified state. Inside, you'll find over 170 rooms, including meeting halls, luxury suites, and private prayer spaces. The walls feature hand-polished Italian Carrara marble, while the ceilings shimmer with 24-karat gold plating. A massive Bohemian chandelier weighing a full ton hangs from above. The floors use mahogany wood alongside rare Persian carpets from the 19th century, some pieces valued at hundreds of thousands each. Underneath everything sits a nuclear-proof shelter equipped with a data center, emergency room, and presidential medical facility with radiation shielding. This palace isn't just a home, but a command center that nobody penetrates. Security systems monitor every corner, while thick walls keep secrets locked inside. The whole structure reflects absolute power without needing to show off to the public. While ordinary Iranians struggle with basic housing, this fortress stands as proof that leadership lives in a completely different reality, one where gold ceilings and antique carpets are just normal daily surroundings. Number 7. The Revolutionary Guard's Economic Empire. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps started as a military force after the 1979 revolution, but transformed into Iran's most powerful economic controller across all important sectors. After Khamenei became supreme leader in 1989, the IRGC received encouragement to take on substantial roles in post-war economic development. But the real turning point came in 1997, when reformist President Mohammad Khatami's agenda threatened conservative dominance. Under President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad from 2005 to 2013, himself an IRGC veteran, both the political representation and economic prowess of the Guards ballooned dramatically. Dozens of former IRGC officers landed senior government posts, while the organization received countless contracts and billions in loans for large projects. The IRGC extended influence into construction, agriculture, oil, telecommunications, and manufacturing, often bypassing formal regulations and generating revenue through black market activities. The Guards control at least 60 unauthorized ports for smuggling fuel, drugs, and luxury goods, with fuel smuggling alone generating at least $10 billion annually. Through its construction arm, Khatam El-Anbiya, the IRGC monopolizes water management and major infrastructure projects like dam construction, prioritizing financial and political gains over environmental concerns. When international sanctions targeted Iran's nuclear program in the early 2010s, IRGC-owned businesses suffered alongside the broader market. but the organization profited from smuggling activities and benefited from reduced competition in legal markets, ultimately strengthening their grip on the nation's economic throat. Number 6. The Mashhad Palace, where he vacations like a Shah. Twice a year, Khamenei escapes Tehran and heads to his birthplace of Mashhad for what state media calls simple visits to relatives. The reality involves staying at Malikabad Palace in the city's gardens, the same residence where the last Shah of Iran once hosted foreign diplomats and guests before the revolution. After 1979, authorities handed this palace to the Ostan Quds Razavi Foundation, supposedly turning it into a museum, but Khamenei quickly reclaimed it as his personal vacation spot. He typically spends 20 days to 1 month there, meeting with relatives, provincial officials, and prominent Shia clerics, while the entire city transforms into a militarized zone. More than 1,400 members of the Vali Corps deploy to Mashhad using L-76TD and N-74 TK-2000 transport aircraft days before his arrival. The palace grounds feature luxury accommodations that workers and staff once occupied, now converted into residences for the supreme leader and his guests. Advanced Russian S-300 missile defense systems get deployed around the city during his visits, the same protection used for nuclear facilities in Bushehr and Isfahan. The entire operation costs millions, with fighter jets patrolling overhead and missile batteries positioned throughout the region. While propaganda shows Khamenei as a humble servant of the people, military forces witness the expensive security measures and realize the massive hypocrisy between the public image and private reality of Iran's most powerful man. Number 5. The leader who rules without being seen. Khamenei doesn't need to appear publicly because every political thread in Iran runs through him. As supreme leader, Khamenei has final say on all governmental matters, including Iran's nuclear program, and sets Iran's course in major policy decisions. Officially, he's the supreme leader, but practically, he's the head of state controlling all institutions. He appoints top officials, commands the military, dominates the judiciary, media, and intelligence services. Every major decision gets his implicit signature. Under his wing, the Revolutionary Guards operate as a striking force both domestically and internationally. They're not just an army, but an economic and media power executing his vision. Iran's influence beyond borders reaches allied militias from Iraq to Gaza, who view him as a spiritual guide, closer to Khomeini's successor. Domestically, even Friday sermons require his approval. His handwritten words get treated as orders above constitutional authority. Despite reaching 86 years old, he still rules with an iron grip made of steel silence and power that doesn't age. Beyond personal wealth, the Khamenei family exerts control over significant economic entities, including the Mostazafan Foundation, which grew substantially after the revolution, encompassing factories, agribusinesses, construction firms, mines, and commercial companies. His control extends through layers of organizations that answer only to him, creating a system where accountability simply doesn't exist for the man at the very top of the pyramid. Number 4. A fleet of luxury cars. Despite projecting an image of simplicity and religious devotion, Khamenei maintains a car collection worth over $10 million. The crown jewel is a Lamborghini Sian FKP37 valued at roughly $3.8 million, featuring a hybrid V12 engine with insane speed and a cockpit resembling a spaceship interior, all accented with gold touches. Then there's the Bentley Mulsanne Grand Limousine, one of only 5 units ever made, priced around $1.8 million. This rare vehicle contains a secret bar, a ceiling laser engraved with Persian patterns, and a storage compartment for wine and cigars. His garage also holds a Maybach S680 Guard worth $900,000, fully bulletproof and equipped with a massage system, 4-zone climate control, and mood lighting offering 64 different colors. Among the luxury vehicles sits a Rolls-Royce Phantom Extended valued near $700,000, featuring a starlight ceiling that mimics the night sky and seats that recline like first-class airline chairs. Inside these glass-enclosed silent chambers, decisions get made that change the fate of an entire nation. The contrast couldn't be sharper between the soundproof luxury of these vehicles and the struggles of everyday Iranians dealing with fuel shortages and economic sanctions. Each car represents years of average salaries for ordinary citizens, yet they sit ready for use whenever the supreme leader needs to travel between his palaces in complete comfort and security. Number 3. Syria and the export of revolutionary wealth. Iran's IRGC significantly expanded economic influence in Syria through strategic agreements with the Assad regime, granting Iran control over key sectors, including telecommunications, agriculture, and mining. Iran secured a license to operate mobile phone service in Syria and access to phosphate mining in eastern regions, plus 5,000 hectares for agricultural projects and 1,000 hectares for oil and gas terminals. These deals represent massive wealth transfers from Iranian citizens to foreign operations supporting authoritarian regimes. While Iranians face unemployment, inflation, and shortages at home, their national wealth flows to Syria, rebuilding infrastructure destroyed in civil war. The IRGC doesn't just provide military support, but economic colonization, taking control of Syrian resources and industries as payment for keeping Assad in power. Iranian companies affiliated with the Guards now operate telecommunications networks, manage agricultural lands, extract minerals, and control energy infrastructure throughout Syria. This creates permanent economic presence, ensuring continued Iranian influence regardless of political changes. The Syrian operations generate revenue for the IRGC, while establishing strategic footholds in the region. Profits from Syrian ventures flow back to Guard commanders and Khamenei's office rather than Iranian government coffers, making the arrangement profitable for the elite while costing ordinary Iranians their future prosperity and creating permanent resentment among a population watching their wealth exported to foreign wars. Number 2. A private paradise on the Caspian Sea. Near the Caspian Sea coastline, Khamenei owns a secret resort known as the Caspian Villa, estimated at around $200 million. The property stretches across 3,000 square meters, protected by electronic fencing and intense security presence. It consists of 3 luxury villas, each functioning like an independent palace. The walls feature mother-of-pearl inlays, while marble floors shine beneath heavy curtains that block both light and prying eyes. The furniture screams extravagance, with crocodile leather chairs and a dining table stretching 12 meters under golden lighting fixtures. An infinity pool overlooks the sea directly, positioned in an area completely restricted to the general public. Below ground level sits a health resort featuring golden bathtubs and intelligent saunas that respond to the user's breathing patterns. Every single detail was designed to let one man live like a divine being, while millions of Iranians face economic hardship and restrictions. The carpets alone cost over $100,000 per piece, and the artwork comes from world-famous artists collected in secret. The location offers complete seclusion, with private beach access that ordinary citizens could never dream of reaching. Guards patrol constantly, while cameras monitor every angle. The contrast between this seaside luxury and the poverty experienced by average Iranians couldn't be more dramatic or disturbing when you really think about it. Number 2. A private paradise on the Caspian Sea. Near the Caspian Sea coastline, Khamenei owns a secret resort known as the Caspian Villa, estimated at around $200 million. The property stretches across 3,000 square meters, protected by electronic fencing and intense security presence. It consists of 3 luxury villas, each functioning like an independent palace. The walls feature mother-of-pearl inlays, while marble floors shine beneath heavy curtains that block both light and prying eyes. The furniture screams extravagance, with crocodile leather chairs and a dining table stretching 12 meters under golden lighting fixtures. An infinity pool overlooks the sea directly, positioned in an area completely restricted to the general public. Below ground level sits a health resort featuring golden bathtubs and intelligent saunas that respond to the user's breathing patterns. Every single detail was designed to let one man live like a divine being, while millions of Iranians face economic hardship and restrictions. The carpets alone cost over $100,000 per piece, and the artwork comes from world-famous artists collected in secret. The location offers complete seclusion, with private beach access that ordinary citizens could never dream of reaching. Guards patrol constantly, while cameras monitor every angle. The contrast between this seaside luxury and the poverty experienced by average Iranians couldn't be more dramatic or disturbing when you really think about it.
Still curious? Then don't stop now. The next mystery is already waiting for you. Just click the video on screen. I saved it just for you. See you there, curious one.